Alright, what's up guys? It's been a while, it's been a long time. I've just finished my second semester. I'm down with almost all the exams except one. So I'm pretty excited to finish that. That's in like a few weeks time. But today I'll be doing something pretty interesting. Just a background context, my name is Sean. I'm an English and Media student. Doing a second year in Swansea University, Wales, which is, part of the UK. I'm currently right now in Malaysia, as you can see from the short sleeves, and no, there's nothing at the back. Currently in Malaysia, I've been doing online learning for the whole year, so it has, challenged me to another level where, I gotta take this whole productivity thing seriously. So yeah, let's go into Notion. Okay, so this is my Notion page. As you can see, it says Y2, S2, which is year 2, sem 2. I only use this for semester 2. This sem in particular had many stressful moments. It was very my days were really packed. I was a second year English and Media student, doing online learning, coping with 2 different time zones. Anyways, enough about me. Let me show you this first page, right? Basically, that's where all my links are. It's all where my notebooks are. I haven't tried putting like the timetable and everything here, but my week just got so busy that I never actually scrolled down. Everything that's important to me is here on the first page. This part is probably the most important part to me. It's a bit like a website, right? All these are linked to a notebook or to a page. Same to this one, this one's linked to somewhere else. All these are different pages. As you can see, Notion allows you to make 2 columns. This thing, let's bring it down to where you see the whole blue line. Okay, that's where you have only 1 column. But to make 2 columns, let's open another one and say closed. But you want to pull that over here until you see vertical blue line. And here you have 2 columns. So underneath this, you can write something here. You can even make 3 columns. You just pull it over and you see a blue line again. And there you have 3 columns. If you're new to Notion, you can change the color very easily when you drag it over. When you select it, you see this bar and you can change the color from here. So these are called quotes. So this is a shortcut. If you / and you write quote, inspiring, yeah. And then this one, so this is called callout / callout. So it makes your writing stand out. You can write beware. You can also change the color. Again, when you select it, you can change the color here. Again, you also can change the whole callout box color into something else. You cannot really see it though. It is quite transparent. So I'm gonna erase that, and that is what it is here up here. This is a call out. You can choose your emojis, whatever emojis you have. Usually you cannot press enter in a call out, but you can press shift enter. So shift enter, it will still be in the call out. It's quite neat. We've touched on color, we've touched on emojis. How I made this, put a 2 dot thing, I say orange, and there is orange that comes out. And then I press Ctrl K. And you can paste a link to that. So that's what you can do. And you can also change the color of that. A shortcut that I use for this, when you want to highlight something or change the color of it, is to press Ctrl Shift H. Before I dive into the main thing, I just want to show you all these different pages here. These are different pages that are not related to my course. So sometimes maybe I have a job that I need to do, so I open up another page, which I can just press / Shift page, and it opens a new page. Here it is. Here's the new page. It's there. Maybe one day I need it, maybe not. I'll just leave it there. The main page for my whole semester is this page called Y2, S2. As you can see, I have different views here, and what these mean is that in a way, it's been digitally filed, and you can customize the way you want to file it, the way that you want the folder to exist. So we go from like the broadest folder to like the most specific folder. It is like this notebook here. As you can see, there are different there's like red, there's blue, there's green, and each color is for different subjects. So that's how you folder your notebook per se. But on Notion, it's almost the same thing, except you can always change things around. As for a physical notebook, once you've written something here, you cannot transfer it to the first page, but for Notion, you can do it. So the first view we've got here is called Ojibala, also got. It's kind of like a Malaysian slang, but basically what it means is everything is in here. If it were a physical notebook, it would mean that it's not filed or foldered or organized at all. Ojibala means everything. So as you can see here, you have a range of like different progress, different categories, different classes. It is unfiltered, it is messy. Everything is in here, from meeting minutes to just random summaries of stuff that I will never look back on. This is the first page that I started when I started my semester. It's nicer to make the notebook along the way instead of just having like a strict structure to it. This view is nice because I get to see everything that happens in a week. So like for example, I get to see what happens in week 3. I get to see what happens in week 4. What notes have I taken in week 5? As you can see, the notes just get lesser and lesser. I promise that's not me slacking, but now I don't come here anymore because I just cannot find the things that I want to find. Luckily, Notion helps you with that. It allows you to change the notebook in a way that you can see what you want to see. I'm going to show you these properties so you can see everything. You can see almost everything. I mean, dates and all that is there's just too many things. As little as possible is the best. For filter, there's no filter here. For sort, it's ascending weeks. Date, I prefer ascending because I know where I started and where I'm going to end up, instead of like just seeing where I am right now, because I will never scroll down if week 1 is down there. Why would I see week 1? That was really broad notebook of the semester. So this is the whole notebook system for the semester. Next is all academics. So I only have 3 classes this term. It is media law, child language, and CELTA. Okay, there is more categories, but as you can see, there is only 3 categories that are featured here. So it is only academics. So this is academics, right? So you can see all the lectures, all the reading if it's an assignment. So this is the category for the note. Is it reading? Is it a first assignment, second assignment? Is it a reflection? There are more here that that are unrelated, but that's okay. So I want to show you the properties, so I can see these things. So what these does is, if I don't want to see the week, it will cancel off the week. If I don't want to see the class, it will just cancel off the class. But I can always change this. Once I set this, I usually don't change it because if it's all academics, it will just be fixed there. For filter, this is how it looks like. So there is a range of stuff here, but as I said before, I only want to look at academics, so there are only academic stuff here. So I don't want Unicode stuff, I don't want work stuff, I don't want YouTube stuff, I don't want media stuff or Masu stuff in here. So, and also if the name is not empty, it will be here. So if there are anything that are useless, they won't be here. So it's a bit more intentional, more specific. By the way, these are called the table views. So these are tables, if you want to add a view, you can press here, and there are a list of views that you can use. There are calendar view, list view, gallery view, but I don't use those because I feel like it's not what I like to look at. But yeah, okay, let's go to weekly views. It is a bit more specific. As you can see, weekly views is not a table, it's like a Kanban type. So I have put 3 filters there. So I still want to see, okay, maybe this is 4. Yeah. So I want to see if the class is media law, child language, or CELTA, it will be here. So all of these are notes, but they are categorized according to their weeks. So I can see if I've done the notes for CELTA for week 9, for example. I have not, so maybe I should do that. So this is the weekly view. Everything is by week. You can change the filter, the sort if you want to. You can group by week. This is a weekly view, so that's why it's grouped by week. Now we're going into my specific classes. As I was saying before, because I'm only taking 3 subjects, right? So let's see the red as like media law, the blue as CELTA, and the green as child language. So these are 3 different notebooks within the huge notebook. It's like 3 different folders or like files. Let's press into it, and this is a list view. So as you can see, if you want to add a view, it's a list view. It's simplified page view. It is very simplified. It is also simplified because I have chosen not to see a lot of things here. So this is for media law, and it is sorted according to their week. So the first one will be week 1, and the last one will be the latest week. So this is where things are a bit more specific, filtered, straight to the point. I only want to see media law related notes. I just want to say that this is the same notebook as the Ojibala also got, but it's just that I have filtered it to only show media law related notes. And so I have filtered it here where class is CMP. I've just given it a random name. It should be ML, but I've just put it CMP, and the progress is not archived. So if it's archived, it means I probably opened one page or notebook accidentally, or if I don't want to see anymore, if it's less useful, I'll just leave it. This really dictates what you see on the page. So as you can see, I only want to see the category and the progress. So if I put like date, then you will just have more stuff like that, which is not minimal looking at all. I want to put as little stuff as possible. Media law has been tough. I haven't made my own notes except for the assignment ones. I'll touch on the assignment ones in another video, because that's like really a whole new notebook of stuff. But yeah, moving on to the child language notebooks, which is also the list view. This is way neater. As you can see, I do more notes here. I also only choose to see the week and the progress. It depends on what you want, really. I'm okay to see the week for this one. I've also used the emojis. So the milk bottles are for lecture notes, and the unicorn is for chapter summaries. Filtered, it is very, very filtered. It is only for child language notebooks, and if the name is not empty. So if it's useless, it will definitely not be here. So it looks pretty good, I would say. It's maybe my neatest and most efficient one. And then CELTA. We only have 4 weeks of classes for CELTA, so that's why you don't see a lot here. The reason why there are complete and over is because it's not complete, but it's over. And I haven't made the notes for it. And again, I only see the progress, I only see the week. Initially, I wanted to have a complete set of notes, but as you can see, I don't really want to have a complete set of notes because it was very practical and I didn't need to take notes. So also I am keeping this because it looks nice. So every page in this notebook, every page in these notebooks, they have the same settings. These are the settings that you see, that we categorize them by. These are the settings. Here are the categories. You have lecture, you have reading, assignment, event outline. You can choose the date, and you can choose the end date. That's for the calendar, but you can also choose not to. For progress, it is really up to you. These are just mine. I put so many because I don't want to feel bad when I don't complete notes. So I have like complete soon, open soon, over, or empty, or archive. It basically means it has passed and I don't want to do anything about it. For week 1 to 10, post Easter, week 0. These are some keywords, and you can also attach a file if you want to. As you can see down here, you can actually make templates. So let's say this is for CELTA. So this really depends on how you take notes, what you want to get out of the class, and how the teacher is teaching the class. For media law, I'll show you my media law template that I don't always follow. This is the media law template. Sometimes he mentioned books, sometimes he mentioned websites, but he repeats a lot of the content that is already been taught in the recorded lecture. So it becomes repetitive and it reduces interest in the learner. So sometimes I might want to just put a few key takeaway points, or maybe I have to read this book, or re-listen to lecture again. So I can look back at this, and if I've done it, I can just cancel it off, or if not, I can just add on more. This is a divider. You go / divider, you can make a divider, a line, and here are some lecture notes. Let's make a template together. So if you go down to the new template, so you can name this template, let's call it CELTA. And again, it depends on how the class is taught. It depends on how your teacher is teaching. I can drag this and go here. And you have right, you can add something, Control Shift H, and use color, whatever. You can say combine this, and you have emojis. The emoji word, I don't like this word. And this would be a template for CELTA. So it would be here, you can press CELTA and it just goes to that page. There it is. So it's really easy, and you can keep making this. So whenever you go into class, you don't have to redo a template or reconstruct a page. Again, this class part, if you change it to media law or child language, it will go somewhere else. It will not be here. Let's change this one to child language as well. See, it's not here anymore, so you need to go to child language to find it. So how Notion works is basically how the notebook works. If you want to change from a CELTA folder to like a media law folder manually on this notebook, you would need to literally tear it out and then put it here, but it will just not look as nice. But on Notion, it can be done effortlessly, and you can always choose to see what you want to see. But on, for instance, I only want to see media law notes. But on here, you gotta see everything here, and you cannot add on pages. While Notion, you can add on pages forever. We're back in the home page, and if you press media law notebooks, it will go straight into media law. If you go back and you go academics, it will go into all academics. How you can do this is you need to go up to the 3 dots on the upper right, go there, and you need to copy link. So you already have the link to this page. You come back here, and let's say you call it, this was CELTA, right? Best class ever. Highlight it, Control K, or highlight it, you can press this link, you paste the link, and it will link to block, and go ahead. When you press it, it will go to CELTA. Notion is really a very cool place where you can have different sections. It's almost like a website for your notes, which is why I think it's super cool. But there are limitations as well, like the colors and fonts and sizes that sometimes it would help me if there is a bit more flexibility to that. But again, I'm not complaining. It can do a lot more that Google Docs, Microsoft Word, OneNote, Evernote, Apple Notes cannot do. So I am really grateful. And that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, or let me know in the comments down below if there are any good parts that you've never heard before, parts that you think that it's super cool, and something that you share to someone else. Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.